things like that. I think any player that picks the active cam on the overdrive has so much responsibility in uplink when it comes to scoring. You can either just maybe try to sacrifice and try to get 2 scores out of utilizing each one. So like one time use the overdrive, next use the active camo, or like make a power play, put them both together, have the active camo guy like push all the way out on the base, try to pick up those crucial kills. The overdrive guy follows and goes in.
Exactly.
I mean, I think that's one of the big things. I will start to see it, I'm sure, over time, like once teams really start to get a feel of it. But I feel like it all comes down to the active camo being number 1 and then 2 being the overdrive, just because it's so easy to break sights. I mean, in hardpoint or any sort of game mode to get into position with that camo, it's basically just a free gift once you receive that. So, Cloud9, are they going to get reverse swept, or are they going to close this one out 3-0 against Echo Fox? We're going to find out.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, man. If this is even half as interesting as that last Search and Destroy was, this will be a doozy to say the least. But like I said, Echo Fox backs against the wall right now. We'll see if they can potentially try and bring this one back. Frost Uplink to be game number 3. And of course, if we do see a few more games in this series, if Echo Fox is able to kind of clutch it out a little bit, we'll be seeing throwback on Hardpoint for game number 4. And if it comes down to it, Scorch S&D for game number 5. So with that in mind, I'm going to be trying to look through the class, see if I see anything interesting. Looks like a few K-bars and MV4 here and there. TCM holding on to the OSA, and Nestle with the OSA actually as well. So nothing too out of the ordinary. One thing I do want to bring up, though, is when we talk about rigs, the active cam on the overdrive usage is essentially your first sight is just earning those rigs and obviously piling on the points. But you got to keep in mind, Echo Fox is going to be using those specialists, or sorry, not specialists, those rigs on this side that they're on now. They're using it on the opposite side. Same thing with C9. So that's something to kind of keep in mind as well when it comes down to which side teams prefer. It's kind of been up in the air. I thought teams on construction side kind of prefer it more, but if you're hitting those 1-point tosses when you're on red side or on red side, excuse me, you can absolutely make some points happen. So
yeah, definitely. The power position on this map is definitely going to be that sub-bay area. You're going to see a lot of engagements go down there. You're going to see a lot of the assault rifle players try to get in position to try to make something happen along that side too. We're going to see some kills going down right now, and map control is in favor of Echo Fox. He's going to decide to leave the drone behind, but it's going to be TCM who's going to be able to pick that one. Now he has to work with methods. He's going to go ahead and toss it up. One player peeking in from mid-map. He will be taken out. It's going to be Neslo there to take out Aches. Let's see what TCM is going to be able to do here. Might be able to get a 1-point toss-off. No need to get greedy here. But we know if you do throw over a building, it will get the 15-second reset.
Oh, the block from Assault! He threw it right into his hand, so Cloud9, yet again, getting awarded something as they're able to make that defensive stop happen. We'll see if defense can turn into offense as Lacefield able to shut down Neslo on the wall run. TCM responding as that lovely drone cam being shown out there.
It's so beautiful.
So great. So it's wonderful.
I mean, I expect a lot from Assault in this game. He's a 2K player himself. I played with him before.
Okay.
He's not very good. He's not very good by any means. But in Call of Duty, he's good. Maybe he's good at uplink in this game. But we'll soon find out how he plays. But we saw he had the NV4. He's going to be that player who's going to be holding those choke points. He's going to be the guy watching over. He's going to be your guardian angel in a sense. But Lacefield and the Cloud9 crew are currently pushed all the way back into their base as Echo Fox is trying to force their way through loading bay.
That's 4 down.
That's
a dunk.
Pick up 3-piece. And this should be an easy score for the side of Echo Fox. First points on the board, 2 going to Echo Fox. Cloud9 currently with 0.
And one place that Echo Fox is going to have to push through hardcore is going to be through that robot side, right through that street. But it looks like going through dark is methods. He ends up dropping, so in response, C9 go 4 down. 3 down currently for Echo Fox as 4 of them go off of that respawn. So drone being tossed forward. C9 yet again dropping 3. It seems Echo Fox having a absolutely fantastic play here. And that drone going to be thrown over inside a Dark Mosh there to pick it up. The 1-point toss, will you nail it through? And he's able to make it happen. So 3-0. Echo Fox currently lead as the drone decides to reset. And Echo Fox obviously smiling forward as they seem to be up. See if they can maintain that lead here as the next 2 minutes and 40 seconds will dictate that.
I think one of the biggest things to take away so far from the success that we've seen from Echo Fox is really controlling that black flat area through the mid-cut. They've been doing an excellent job of that, just getting players set up in there, either TCM or Neslo, just being able to slay out and completely open up a lane for them to try to get some scores. And you're seeing it right here. TCM utilizing the wall runs. Is he going to be able to pick up this kill? No, he's not going to be able to, but kills are being traded all over. Mosh going to go ahead, toss that drone up. You see it sitting right there on the black flat, being ready to be picked up. It's going to be Mosh going in for the 1-point toss once again. 4-0 in favor of Echo Fox. And usually teams attacking from this side, you don't see them score very much. All the aggression is just going to be coming from the players who do spawn on this red side. So look for Cloud9 to try to make something happen in these last 2 minutes of this round.
And one thing you have to kind of keep in mind as well is when it comes down to those scoring opportunities happening, whether it's 2-point dunks or tosses, is that you're also earning score toward your rig. You're earning points constantly. So when it comes down to that next side, if Echo Fox is able to maintain a little bit of a lead or even pile on a few more points, they're absolutely going to have their rigs a lot more or at a higher opportunity than C9 is. So that's something to kind of keep in mind as this game does progress.
Yep, definitely. So Ricky going to decide to wrap back, go through ice, going to throw the drone down.
He ran in hand, actually.
And we're seeing this is so weird. All weekend, well, I say all weekend like today isn't the first day of the event.
About 4 hours there, Dirk.
But it's just that, I mean, coming into this even, it's just been K-Bar and Osas. You never see anybody bring out an E-Rad or any sort of submachine gun. It's just been an assault rifle heavy game thus far. Hasn't been very many like touch-ups to submachine guns. So everybody obviously is just going to be using the best weapons that are in the game. Mosh in the power position. That's so hard to get somebody off of, but while you're sitting there, your teammates are being slayed out, and then somebody has the drone, they're making an attack on your base. It's going to be Ricky utilizing an outside wall run, but he will be met by the players. So Echo Fox, hello and goodbye.
We'll see you later, buddy. As he falls to his depths there. I'm not sure as far as Frost goes, but I'm sure it's a wintry wonderland. As it seems that actually Las Vegas isn't actually frozen yet, but we'll see if that can potentially take place. As it seems that Cloud9 currently frozen, not scoring anything yet, as they are currently being iced over. I love the Frost episodes. But anyway, TCM drone in hand, going through dark. Currently, as Mosh decides to try to close it out. One player going to be in that position. Can he knock it through? But TCM able to make it happen. So the 1-point toss is absolutely working out for the side of Echo Fox, as they have rendered Cloud9 to 0 points, not scoring anything off of this first half. And I'm sure that Echo Fox, realizing how many rounds they threw away in that last search and destroy, they want to make sure that they close out this game.
See, I always find it so weird that Ricky is the one to pull out a submachine gun. I remember when the whole weapon draft system came in.
Wow. That was like a flat ball right there. Didn't bounce at all.
Like, I just remember like when the weapon draft was in place, and then we sat there and Aches is like, I'm running the NV4. Ricky, you run a submachine gun. It's sort of like, what? Like, when does Ricky run a submachine gun sort of thing? So it's just always kind of
maybe Ghost Vector, but I mean everyone.
Yeah, that's like the meta like in this, just with all the ARs. But 5-0 in favor of Echo Fox. They're going on to the good side now, the proclaimed good side.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's hard, right? It's hard to kind of predict which side you think is better over the other. I mean, like I said, the game is still being learned. The game is really just came out of the box not too long ago, and obviously strategies and whatnot are still being developed. So with that in mind, one rig currently going to be on the board. That's going to be Overdrive earned for Mosh, as he's currently the highest earned kill player in the lobby. So he's able to find 17 in the end, but still 4 go down actually for the side of Cloud9. Method's rivaling forward, as he is going to have an easy opportunity to at least go for the 1, but he wants to, and that's going to be an early dump. Actually, before even 30 seconds ticks off the clock in this side number 2.
They're trying to get set up for a relay here, but you see the blue arrows coming around. Now Neslo has a chance to go big here. He's going to be able to take out 1, but he's not going to be able to take out Aches, who's falling right behind. Lacefield going to be in control of the drone, pushing through red. The teammate support from Assault is going to be there. Can he pick up this kill? Lacefield says, I'll throw the drone down, and then I'll take you out with my K-Bar. Going to be 1 player positioned inside of the little hut room. Let's see if Lacefield's going to be able to do anything here. You can settle for a 1-point play. There's still a lot of game time to go, and that is exactly what he'll do. Cloud9 finally getting some points on the board. Ricky trying to do something with a submachine gun, finds 1. Not going to be able to pick up 2. It's going to be 1 player. It's going to be Aches sitting there on the site, picks up a big 2-piece, and throws a drone right to the players of Echo Fox.
Indeed, this is going to be a game of toss, essentially, is thrown from one side, thrown to the other, is TCM nearly able to turn on that player, but it's not able to happen in the end. So another game of toss is Ricky able to actually get a nice pass there over to Neslo. Neslo says, thank you very much. I'm going to throw that one actually off the map. So with that in mind, is a few seconds, or actually a few minutes really, I've started to take off this round number 2. It currently will be Echo Fox up 7-1. As far as rigs are considered, it will be payloads. Mosh currently with that overdrive. Aches as well going to have his, once he does respawn back up, I'll check and see what that is. But still, it looks like a rewind for him. So Mosh could potentially make a play happen with this, and that would absolutely increase Echo Fox's advantages of potentially forcing a game 4.
Oh yeah, definitely would, and they're looking real strong. Just like I said, leading up to this, seeing Cloud9 play Frost, it was just a map they did not like. It's just something about it wasn't working out for them. Right now you're seeing them being exploited on this map, and it's TCM going in for the 1-point play, and he gets it once again. So Echo Fox in complete control, 8-1 with 2 minutes and 52 seconds left in this game. Cloud9 needs to start to string something together, and I think it just needs to be Ricky. Pull out an OSA, pull out a K-Bar, put the E-Rad away. You're not going to be able to do much with it.
Yeah, we'll see if C9 can start to rally a few points here. It seems that the slaying just isn't in their disadvantage. It's just that Echo Fox is getting 3 and 4 down and obviously nailing all of their 1-point tosses. I believe they're 100% from all the points that they've fired forward up to this point. Of course, Cloud9 is as well, but when you're 1 for 1, it really doesn't mean too much. You know, it's kind of whatever, but still, Lacefield firing a few shots there through robots. He's going to enter in through Dark to try to help his team get a little bit of map control. He's able to find one over on TCM. Finds a second as well, so that could be an open lane here potentially. As the toss comes in, a great toss over there to Lacefield. He wants the 2, but he has to settle for the 1, and he'll get the kill in response as C9 start to rival forward.
The biggest thing I can take away from Echo Fox is you see them a lot. They're always putting themselves in positions to trade. They're always either two-hitting things or they're trying to get a bait and switch going, and that's what leads to the success. Obviously, after you finish that step, everything kind of opens up wide. You can dictate the spawns by putting players in certain positions, and that's what they're doing so well, and they have been this entire game. It's just been sort of Cloud9 picks up the drone, throws it to Black Plat right into the hands of the Echo Fox players, and they slay out. 3 down now for Echo Fox. Assault is going to be in control. We don't see what it's going to be able to do. There's a big kill coming in there from Methods. It's going to be TCM picking up another 2, so a nice defensive stop there from Echo Fox.
And we talked about we need TCM to have a big game. When it comes down to that last respawn, going 9-20 is absolutely unacceptable when facing off against a very talented team like Cloud9 is. So with that in mind, he's turned it up, and this team has actually seen a lot of success. He's actually done a lot of work in the OBJ as well, scoring 4 of his team's 8 points. So with that in mind, Echo Fox seeming to potentially most likely closing this one out. But if you are Cloud9, you do have some rings, which means some payloads to work with. Rewind for Aches as he ends up dropping. 3 go down for a short time for Cloud9. Assault actually hasn't even earned his active camo yet, so he's getting pretty close to that. So there are opportunities for scoring opportunities to happen. But if Echo Fox play the time right and even play their payloads right, it should be just about over, and that's probably going to be the nail in the coffin there. Smosh get the 2 points in.
Yeah, that's completely it right there. It's going to be 10-2 unless Echo Fox can keep just tacking points on. But we'll be heading into a game number 4. It's the reverse sweep. Nightmare is going to come back to hunt.
I wish you wouldn't have said that. I was thinking the exact same thing.
What is this, CWL Season 2?
I don't know, man. I have no idea.
So what we're going to be seeing next is actually going to be Hardpoint on Throwback. Something that we never got to see the first time we casted this map set too, so I'm interested to see how it's played. Some changes have been made on that one too. I think just the biggest change that was made was just taking out the Lime Hill on that map, which personally I was a big fan of. I thought it was just kind of like, hey guys, let's throw one more hill in here. We just need one more, and they're just like, let's put it here. It didn't work. It didn't make any sense to put it there, so that was taken out. So that's really the only change that I know of on that one.
Okay,
so
Ricky, there you go.
It'll be good to see how that one goes. Obviously, we saw Cloud9 take that first hard point. Let's see if Echo Fox is going to be able to bounce back.
Like I said, man, I really thought Cloud9 needed to win that game. That was interesting. Kill cam there, but they really need to win that game. I think, honestly, this is just my opinion. Cloud9, to me, it depends on what their mental state is it right now. And I think the veterans on that roster, of course, being Ricky, being Aches, they've got to make sure to keep their young guns on point. I really don't think it's necessarily Assault. I think Assault's a pretty level-headed player. There's nothing wrong with it. Not taking anything away from Lacefield in any way. But you've got to keep the team morale high. You've got to make sure that they are, you know, at a point to succeed, right? And that's the major problem that Cloud9 has faced in the past. And when you've seen them, when they have that momentum on their side, when they're playing well, it's the fact that you've got to make sure that all your players are on point. And, you know, like I said, when it comes down to, I think, most game modes, you know, it's that Cloud9, whenever they are at a high level, they can beat the best teams in the world. That's exactly what we saw, you know, COD XP versus Optic Gaming.
They're definitely capable of it, and I mean, a team that kind of looks slow in Infinite Warfare at the start, slowly starting to pick things up, but after that uplink, it's something that they want to forget. Momentum probably swinging heavily now in Echo Fox's favor, but now they're going to go back to a hard point, where last hard point that we saw in Breakout did not go good for them at all.
Yeah, not really. Well, we'll see. You know, I think, in my opinion, it's going to be a big play to see how TCM plays. I think based on how he plays is kind of how the team succeeds.